Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome on board everyone to the course of research methodology. My name is Dr. Muaz and I will be the lecturer for this course. And in this video, I would like to give a brief presentation or a brief overview on the projects and the quizzes that you guys will face and undertake along this semester. So just to get the balls rolling, basically, you guys will have 3 different projects that need to be completed, and you guys need to also answer 2 different sets of quizzes that will be organized or that will be conducted at the end of the semester, near the end of the semester, basically around week 10 or to week 14. So it's okay. I will provide a detailed information on the timeline basically in this video as well. So, and first and foremost, before I start to explain what are the particulars on these 3 different projects, basically you guys need to firstly to divide amongst yourself into a group of maximum number of 3 members. So basically a maximum number for each group, 3 members basically. So for the first project, you guys are needed to come up with a project proposal. So the marking for this project is 30%. So for this project, you guys need to basically to come up with a title, not title, basically with a topic where you guys are going to maintain the topic that you selected in this particular assignment, particular course for the next 2 or 3 semesters, including this semester, including the current semester. So why I'm saying this is because once you choose the topic, this topic, you guys will start to embark on the course of independent study by next semester. Basically, you guys need to do thesis. So you guys will be doing this thesis, a degree thesis, and using the same topic that you guys shortlisted or select for this particular assignment in the current semester. So you guys need to choose carefully, choose carefully and to on the topic that you guys are going to adopt for this assignment basically, because this topic will be the same topic that will be maintained in the next semester and the next 2 semesters basically. So for this assignment, the task is basically you guys need to identify a contemporaneous issue in tourism. So what do I mean by contemporaneous issue? Contemporaneous meaning modern issue or latest issue which is relevant in current setting, in current climate. Okay, and basically from this issue you guys need to develop a short research proposal that focus on the methodology. What do I mean by focusing on the methodology? Meaning that the research proposal need to encompass the following elements. So in order to complete this assignment, you guys need to come up with a report with the length of around 1,500 to 1,000 words, and you need to compass these following elements. There are 6 of them I listed here in the slides. So you need to consist of the report need to comprise of basically the research problem, research objectives and questions, hypothesis, LR, brief literature review, the theoretical and conceptual framework, and the proposed research design. And no worries, all of these topics will be covered along the semester, and you guys basically can gradually progress in terms of coming up with the reports, as long you guys along the classes that will take place from the first week until the end of the semester, which is week 14. Okay, and basically how you guys can secure the right topic for each group. Basically, you guys need to open the Google Scholar and go to the Google Scholar and make sure you guys only download what you guys trying to look for in the Google Scholar. Basically, you guys are looking for suitable research articles or research journals that fits the parameter, the scope, or the focus that you guys trying to focus upon for this assignment of project proposal. So you guys need to, because I said in the previous slide that I want a modern and relevant latest issues that the latest issue. Okay, so in order to make sure that the topic is current, you guys need to go for papers that are published from the year of 2022 onwards. And from this, you guys need to refine the search terms, because you guys need to have a focused area. What you guys are trying to focus on, what area you guys want to focus on in terms of your research project. So use these relevant keywords based on the research focus. There are several of them, several options of them, ranging from ecotourism, heritage tourism, food tourism, medical, health, digital, sustainable, CBT, community-based tourism, sports tourism, and nature-based tourism. So you guys can choose which area that you guys would like to focus on, and basically use the term and find the right research articles. How to know which one is the right research article and which one is not, and what not, basically. So these are the criteria. So the first criteria is that the papers need to be published by significant publishers, important publishers, or reputable publishers. And these are the reputable publishers. So the papers need to be published within this list that is right in front of the screen, that is in your screen right now. So Talia Francis, Emerald, Sage, Elsevier, Wiley Online Library, MDPI, Science Direct, is okay in terms of you guys want to focus on the if you guys shortlisted the papers and the papers are indeed published in one of these publishers, then it's okay to proceed with the paper. Okay, and then secondly, the paper must be empirical and not conceptual. What do I mean by empirical? Empirical mean is done and tested, basically. Done and tested. What do I mean by done and tested? Basically, the papers, when you scan through the papers, you guys can see there is a section of methodology. There's a section. There's these two sections, methodology and results, or some of them call as data collection and data analysis. Some of them call title methodology. Basically, if there is data collected and the collected data is analyzed and presented and there is result, then the paper, you can proceed with the paper. But if the paper is only conceptual in nature, basically just filter it away, just remove the paper away. Don't shortlist that kind of paper. I only focused on empirical papers. And please, if let's say you guys go for ecotourism, you guys are into ecotourism, you guys like ecotourism, so you guys compute in the term of ecotourism into your search engine of Google Scholar, and then voila, voila, the Google Scholar comes up with loads of papers on ecotourism. Basically, you guys try to download 4 or 5 different on the same papers, basically on the ecotourism. Download 4 or 5 different papers so that you guys have different options. And I need you guys, once you shortlist the paper, show it to me, share it to me, so that I can so that together we can discuss together and we can come up with the final topic. Okay, so and then it must include sections of data collection, data analysis. That's what I mean just now. And then the paper must also the paper must also provide a conceptual framework. Is mandatory. And then the paper must also have hypotheses and must have the survey questions. So how many criteria? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it needs to fulfill all of these 6 criteria. So 6 criteria before you guys can shortlist it and present it to me, before we finalize the topic of your research project, basically, for this particular assignment project proposal. So let me demonstrate how to do it. So this is the Google Scholar, basically. So basically just the Google. So click, so in Google, you type in, you want to go for Google Scholar website. Type in Google Scholar. So this is the Google Scholar. Click the link, and basically this is the interface of the Google Scholar website. And you see on the left hand side there is this bar. You click this bar and you go to the advanced search, and then you see the box pop out right in the middle of this interface of Google Scholar. Okay, and then type in, if you guys like the ecotourism, put in the this symbol, okay, and type in ecotourism, and then close it, and then type in another word is quantitative, right, and then close it, right. Okay, let's say you guys want to go for heritage tourism, then type in heritage tourism. Okay, if you guys want to go for community-based tourism, then type in community-based tourism. Okay, or in the example that I want to show to you guys, I focus on ecotourism for now. Okay, just focus on ecotourism, and then let's say, then the next session you need to focus on is this segment of the pop-up box. So you can see the written articles published in, type in the publishers that I shortlisted just now. So if you look at the slides, so these are the options. Let's say I go for Emerald. So I type in Emerald. Okay, Emerald. And I want the articles dated between the year of 2022 until 2025. And go ahead, look for it, and voila, there are loads of research articles that focused on ecotourism, and the papers are quantitative in nature, and indeed the paper is published in Emerald. As you can see the green font here, Emerald, 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 Emerald. All papers are published in Emerald. So that's the criteria. So since you guys are, so indeed that since you guys have lots of options right in front of the screen here right now, so basically you guys just scan through basically scan through basically the options that you have right in front of the screen. And so for instance, I go next, so you just can go further and further and see which one that you guys are interested. Okay, see the area that you guys are interested, and basically just open the paper and basically download the paper. And let's say I'm interested in this paper, how do ecotourists co-create value on digital platforms, the Maritime Role of Ecotourism Strategy. So you can see on the right hand side, you can see the PDF link. Straight ahead, open the PDF, okay, and then you guys will see the paper appears basically. So once the paper appears, don't straight ahead download the paper. You guys need to scan the paper. First and foremost, scan the paper to ensure that the paper basically have all the criteria that I shortlisted just now in my slides just now, where to have the it must be empirical, it must include sessions on data collection analysis, and it has the conceptual framework or conceptual model. It must have the hypothesis, and it must have the survey questions. So so based on the criteria that I showed just now, let's just basically scan the paper and filter the paper so to make sure that the paper indeed have all the criteria needed. Okay. So just scan the paper, introduction, and then you have the literature review, and then you go ahead, straight ahead, just browse through the paper, browse through, and then you see H1. H1 means hypothesis. Okay, so this is the first hypothesis. So basically the paper fulfill the criteria of must have hypothesis. Okay, and then you see H2. Okay, so it has the second hypothesis, this paper, H3, and then you come out, and then it has the RQ. RQ means research questions. That's okay. He has the research, it has the hypothesis, and then it has in the methodology section, it has the data collection. Meaning, this research, it has the data. It collects the data. So it collects the data, the paper collects data, and then you has the basically the conceptual framework or the conceptual model. And you see H1, H2, H3, all of these come up. So this means the hypothesis, the three different hypotheses. Okay, you see, it has model and it has the hypothesis. So basically, fills the criteria of the conceptual framework, and it fulfills the criteria of where it has the hypothesis. Now, and it also has the criteria where it has the sections of data collection and data analysis in the paper, and also is published by Emerald, and the paper is empirical given that the paper, it has the elements of data collection and data analysis. And then once you have the all of these, what's left is you need to have the paper needs to have the survey questions. So just browse through, see if it has the questions, the survey questions. What are the questions that this research used to ask the respondents? So basically, okay, here is, this is the questions. So for this particular factor, perceived platform usefulness, there are what? 1, 2, 6 questions. For user participation behavior, it has another 6 questions. And then for meaningfulness, it has like 5 questions. Collaboration, it has 5 questions. And until user vehicle creation, where it has 5 questions. Okay, so we have these questions. So once it has once the paper has the survey questions, basically this paper, you can proceed to download and shortlist it. So this is only the first paper. So I need you guys to basically proceed and basically download 4 or 5 different papers and present it to me and discuss it together with me so that we can finalize the topic together. Okay, to make sure why is it is important to discuss it with me first and foremost is for me to make sure that you guys are on the right track, are on the right lane. Because if you guys choose the wrong topic, and everything will fall apart. Okay, so it's important for you guys to download the paper and finalize the paper and present it to me, and discuss it with me, discuss it together with me, and we shall finalize the topic together. Okay, so basically you download the paper and we finalize the topic, and then you are going to proceed with the report basically, then produce the report with this criteria. Okay, you guys need to write about 1,500 to 2,000 words. Okay, and then the rubric for this particular assignment is 30%. So I will evaluate the report based on these 3 main components of information filtering, your understanding and answering the questions given, and the clarity and coherence of the research proposal itself. Okay, all right. So for the second project, you guys will move into the analysis and results presentation. So for this assignment, I required that all of you need to download the SPSS software. SPSS software. Okay, so you guys need to install it in your own respective laptops or desktops, and basically need to have the SPSS software because you guys are going to use the software to analyze the data. So the data will be provided. I will provide the data, and you guys will proceed to use the data provided by me to basically use the data and analyze the data and basically present how you proceed to analyze the data given and how you guys and what are the results. Basically present the results. Okay, basically, and then the students so for the second project, as I said just now, the students will be will be provided with a tourism-related data set, and they must apply the statistical analysis technique, which comprise of frequency analysis, reliability test, ANOVA, t-test, correlation, regression. ANOVA is repetitive, meaning ANOVA, just ignore this word, this is repetitive basically. Okay, frequency, reliability, ANOVA, t-test, correlation, regression. Okay, using this software SPSS. So basically the components of the assignment will be comprised of the following: data cleaning and coding, descriptive statistic, reliability or validity testing, and the hypothesis testing. Okay, so the format of the submission for this assignment is basically you guys need to come up with a short video where each of the group member individually, by individual basis, they need to present for at least 15 minutes. He or she is required to basically demonstrate how the group analyze the data given and include the visualizations, figures, graphs, bar chart, pie chart, whichever means you use to analyze the data, and basically provide your interpretations from the output generated by the SPSS software in your video presentations. Okay, so so basically this is the first short video for the second project, and this is the rubric. Basically I will evaluate based on these two components: the application of statistical software, where you guys are going to use the SPSS and share it with me, show it to me, demonstrate to me how you guys start from the beginning till you guys generate the necessary results from the analysis that you guys employed, okay, in the video. And then so that part represents the data processing element. So I am going to basically evaluate you guys based on these two components for the second assignment. So finally, on the third group project assignment, it basically represents the continuation from the second assignment, basically because it centers on the results and discussion presentation. So to be specific, you guys need to use the results that were generated from the second group assignment, the output or the results that you report or you presented in the video, and you guys need to produce that results and present it in a written format, in a written document format. So you guys need to produce that report, and that report in that report you guys need to show how the results obtained from the analysis can be reported in a coherent and structured and systematic manner, and you get where you guys show the skills of your skills and how you interpret the results, and you rationalize it with the support from the findings of past studies. I know that this report can be technical, so I will share with you guys the few examples on how to prepare such reports. And these reports, I'm expecting that you guys are going to present in a format where the length of the words will be around 1,500 to 2,000 words. And in this report, I'm expecting also that you guys need to use the statistical language, where it involves you guys to use the symbol, the math symbol, statistic symbol. So make full use of them and report and integrate it into your own into your report basically. So the components of the report, what I'm expecting is that you guys need to present the results and identify the key results, and basically from the key results you need to discuss the findings in a way where you can link the results in your discussion with the findings from the past studies. So in how you link the results to the findings of the past studies, it's where you need to compare or contrast whether the results reported in your writings, is it the same, or they totally different from the ones that can be found in the past literature. So if it's the same, please provide the reason why they are the same, and if they are different, please also provide the reasons why they are different. So you guys need to make your own inferences, you guys need to make interpretations based on the comparisons on the findings of your analysis and the ones that are being reported in the past literature, and make your interpretation and basically generate an inferences from that comparison basically. So, and then from in terms of its rubrics, I will evaluate the reports based on the use of maths and use of the statistic. So basically, the marking is the same, is 20% for this report. And finally, in terms of the timeline, so you guys need to submit the first project by 10th week, and second project on week 13, and the third project, the one that I just presented to you just now, it will be submitted by the end of week 15, or end of the study week. Okay, week 15. And for the quiz, there will be 2 quizzes, as I mentioned in the early part of this video. So the first quiz will focus on the intro and the methodology, and it will cover, I think if I'm not mistaken, from the first until 12 chapters, and it will be conducted in week 11. So for the second quiz, it centers on the analysis and interpretation, where it will be organized in the final week of the course, in the final week of the semester, week 14. So for the quiz one, the marking will be 20%, and for the quiz two, the full mark will be 10%. So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys can understand, can follow what is required in terms of the assignments that will need to be completed basically by the end of this by the end of week 14 and week 15 even. And I wish you the very best of luck, because this course is quite difficult, it's quite challenging. So you guys need to be in constant correspondence with me. If you guys have any question or inquiries, please do not hesitate to contact me during the office hour only, okay, from 8 to 5. And that's all from me. So good luck. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.